but I look like a fucking geek.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Intensity Gaming Podcast, the only weekly podcast here on the channel, because apparently sports only happens every other week on
Well,
the
it's like
Intensity Gaming Podcast
there's
channel.
only basketball going on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, baseball's coming up too. Spring training starts this week, right?
Yeah,
I know that
sometime.
the Brewers have their first broadcast on Thursday. So, but we'll let the sports guys talk about that. We're here to talk about gaming. So, as always, we've got Dansby and Clubby
What up?
here with us.
Weed.
We're gonna have to hit that tweet out
I
here.
tweeted. I tweeted.
Let people know that we're actually online. Holy shit!
Is it live
Uh,
yet?
It is live. We are up and running.
It's
I
not
just hit
changed
I just hit the link. I'm checking to make sure it's actually running. It seems to be. Yeah, it's running right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are live. We got stuff going, and we got a bunch of stuff
Which
talking about here.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I know because you never look at the notes. That's why
Colors.
you're like 5 seconds before you're like, where the hell's the document? Same place it was last week.
I'm
Dansby.
here. I'm here to add a silly accent and to look pretty. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you got at least one of those covered. I'm not sure which one it is really. So we got that going. So Clubby, I'll let you, as always, roll through with the with our
Is
fun
this not
topics of the
fucking-
week.
You're zooming in, zooming out.
Right there, perfect. Don't change it from there.
Because I'm looking at the.
For your zoom. Your zoom is perfect right
Okay.
now.
Look at
I was
those
like, why is
cracks.
I was like, why is it not updating? Oh yeah, I'm watching the stream. It's way behind.
Yeah, you're right. It'll take a second.
Damn it.
You're good. You're good to go.
I should.
I have no idea who's watching right now. Probably nobody.
I gotta open.
No, that's not
I
true.
gotta open the chat.
That's not true.
PvZ
So, all
hype.
right.
Dansby, when are you getting on PV Plants vs Zombies hype?
You
Yes.
need to buy it for me?
Dude,
What are you gonna
Plants
say?
vs. Zombies is actually... So I had a lot of reservations about buying it. I wasn't actually going to buy it. And then I was like, Clubby keeps saying it's good. I should be playing it. Hit detection's awesome on it. It's just, it's smooth. Everything is nice and crispy when you're playing as far as connection goes. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can pick it up. And last week I was just walking through the store and it was like impulse buy. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play something different. I'm playing Call of Duty all the time. I need to do something different other than that and playing Unravel, because Unravel is starting to make me unravel a little bit. It's like pissing me off. Yeah, it's getting hard in that game and it's pissing me off and I can't get past a certain point and it's really upsetting me. So I was like, I need something dumb and a shooter that isn't gonna piss me off. So I'm gonna
It's not
play
dumb.
Plants vs. Zombies. And it's fun. It is a lot of, like, even when you lose, it's fun. It doesn't matter if you like get killed out of nowhere, because you're sitting there going, I just got shot by a fucking cartoon corn cob.
Yeah,
That it's stupid fun. Yeah. It sounds like it would be the worst thing in the world to play, but like it's crazy amounts of fun. I like the fact that they do things like they're making fun of Call of Duty in certain points of it. The fact that they don't call it Team Deathmatch, they call it Team Vanquish, but like they have Team Vanquish confirmed.
And what do you
Okay,
collect?
you're
They're not
totally-
dog tags.
like little orbs of
Little orbs, like you drop an orb and
it's
you
like
just pick it up. But
green
the
for
fact that they're
plants and
calling it,
purple for zombies.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And they basically have a version of war going on too, but it's definitely one sided. Like
Turf Wars.
yeah, turf wars. Like in war, you can battle back and forth in Call of
Yeah,
Duty with
this
war.
one you
With
can't.
this, you just push. You push, and you get 1 point or you don't.
Okay.
That's all it is. So once you stop them from going, that's the end of the game.
Okay.
That's just the way it works. And it's pretty fun actually. Like I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'm having a lot of fun with the mission side of it as well too. Like the campaign mode is pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
little side mission
So,
things.
Yeah, I mean even if you get just the
And
regular
then you
version,
can do
like, I
that
got the-
co-op.
Yeah, and I got the deluxe version, so I got like the extra coins and the characters and shit like that, which big deal. It's an extra $10 or whatever.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
you got
not
it
It was
much.
that
But you got 200
What's that?
coins, and then you got the Z7 Imp, Grass Effect,
The Imp and the,
mech, and then
Is
Yeah, it's
is
pretty
it a
cool.
$60 game?
It's a $60
I
game,
don't know
and
if I can pull the trigger on it.
honestly, it's worth it. Like I didn't think
It's
it was
actually a
worth
full
it.
$60 game.
It is.
Here's
It's
the
got
deal.
co-op.
For
It's got single player. It's got multiplayer.
okay,
You can sit there and do split screen. So if you got like, you could get your woman into this
Look.
game because it's that kind of game.
Clubby's been gaming with me for years. Do you really think? And honestly, if you, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you.
This
If you
is
think I can put days into this game.
Do I think that?
Yeah, but
Do I think that, or does Clubby
Clubby's been
think
gaming
that?
with me for a few years now, so
But all you do is play Call of Duty, though. So
That's not true. I play other games, but it's mostly the only.
your shooter-based multiplayer, the only.
I play Battlefield. I play Battlefield.
Yeah, win.
See, I've played Battlefield as well.
That's
So
what I'm
like I've got Hardline, I've got Battlefield 4. I've played a lot of different shooters, and for me, like as
Putting
far as
it in
a
and
third
playing,
person
like, a
style
couple
shooter
hours.
goes, this is the way to go. It's one
Okay.
of those where you can pick it up and
But
play
here's the
and
thing.
you'd be good with it.
Like Battlefield 4. Although I didn't post it really all that much, I only posted like less than 10 videos on my channel of Battlefield 4. I had like 8 days played on Battlefield 4, which is a pretty decent amount for me because that's more than any Call of Duty I've
Okay.
had since Black
Me
Ops
too.
2. So I played Battlefield 4 quite a bit. I had all the map packs and all that stuff. So I played that quite a bit. But for me to spend $60 on a game, I'm gonna have to know that I'm gonna put at least 50 hours into that game.
Right, to get your money.
Yeah, right. I'm willing to spend $1 and change per hour. That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
okay with
right.
that. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with
Well, I mean, the thing is like, what do you want out of a game? Like
I
what
want to-
attracts you?
That's
what
a
do you-
good discussion right here.
attracts
What
you
do
to
you
Call
want
of
out of a
Duty?
game?
Like, I see a lot of people go to Call of Duty, and I think they assume that it's a hard game, and it's not really, because
It's not. It's
if anybody
Call-
wanted a challenge, they would be on CS:GO. If you're
the
on
way
PC,
right
anyway.
the way that Call of Duty is Call of Duty is a very easy game to grasp. It's not an easy game to be a complete monster at, but it's a very easy game where you, in the sense that anybody can hop on and get a few kills and feel that instant gratification.
Move, aim,
Yes,
shoot.
opposed to
And that's
if
what's
you
really
hop
good
on,
about PvZ.
if you hop on, Gears of War, for example, and you're hopping in multiplayer Gears of War 3 for the first time, you're gonna get fucked up. you
Yes,
It's a
you
you
short
are
get
game.
going to
fucked
get
That's
up,
messed
and yes, you get people fucking wall bouncing and shit, and you are screwed. And you got
Now, I would say Destiny is also a game like that, where if you really don't know what's going on at first, because it's a different IP, it's not your usual move, run, shoot kind of thing. That could be the same, and you've put a lot of time into that game too.
Yes, I put a decent time into Destiny, but Destiny I thought was still a relatively easy shooter, as well.
Like, I would actually gift the game if it was possible.
You would
Yeah.
gift it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had it possible to do,
Well-
yeah, I'd chip in on that too.
Well, this thing with Destiny, I enjoyed Destiny for what it was. At least the second time I bought it twice, by the way, because I bought it on Xbox One and I fucking hated it. And then when the Taken
Right.
King came out, I got the entire fucking game on the PS4 with the extra
Right.
DLC that the Xbox One did not get. So then I enjoyed that for a couple months, and I played it a lot, and I really did enjoy it. But I don't have any plans of ever going back to it, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Hey, we've got some watchers asking them how the audio is. So yeah, I mean,
What
seriously,
up?
it like Clubby said, if this was a game where we could
What up,
gift it
Chubby?
to you,
Oh, Wookie.
we'd totally,
Look,
yeah, Wookiee's
Oh,
in there
and
too.
and
We would
then more of
my sexy
we would
eyebrows.
totally gift that over to you. Because
I mean, it really is. I don't know. I mean, I've played with you, but all we've ever played is Call of Duty. So,
We
For
played
me,
Destiny
that's-
together too.
well, yeah, but that
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
we were playing like Destiny, where we would just go through and do fucking grindy missions, fucking
We
around.
did some PvP.
Which you can, yeah, it was fucking kind of terrible, but.
It's fucking
So-
shit up.
But the thing
So
with
now, if
Plants
it-
vs
let's just
Zombies is
say-
you can get on and it seems. I mean, it is like okay, it is kind of easy, but there is skill gaps because there's guys that are not like dropping like
I mean,
It's just not a
Yeah,
super
no
hyper.
one's doing the crazy. Let's dropping 100 plus.
You'll see a like high kill
inside of Plants
game
vs Zombies
you're
because
on turf wars on the attacking side and you capture every point. So I've seen like 50,
then you see, and that's a
40
long
and 50
game too.
kill
Like that can
vanquishes.
go 15
Rookie
minutes.
says you're lagging.
I'm lagging.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking
The
about.
audio is lagging.
Is it his audio or his
That's
video?
a possibility. Hang on, that's a possibility.
Video, audio.
Let me check my filters.
So, but the thing
Let me
is,
check the mixer.
the game is has tons of depth. Like this version, I think there's what 6 to 7 plants and zombies, and each one of those has
It's like they have a special ability kind of deal. something like that.
6 to 8 like variants of those. So like you have your
Okay.
base one.
And the variants are with their like regular weapons that they start out. Is that kind of how it works?
No, the variants are like they're almost completely. Their abilities stay the same, but like their primary attack changes. So, like Rose is one of the main ones, and then there's
She
an
shoots petals?
ice Rose, and she's obviously ice. So if she hits you like a shit ton of things, you can get frozen, or she has like a freeze like charge thing. And there's a fire Rose, and then there's just those type of variants, and they all react differently.
Yeah. Wookie,
So like
the audio
Super
should be
Brain's
better now.
melee character, which is supposed to be basically the equivalent of the chomper on the plant side,
Yeah.
is his melee is like he throws like a combo punch, and then he has his like his other abilities where he spins in a tornado, and then he does like a jump flying kick thing, and then he also damn, why can't I think of the other damn thing?
I don't know. I've only
It's
played
hilarious
as one.
'cause he's my first dude I've prestige, so
I've
they
only
said-
played as one yet. Yeah, you can prestige in this. Now
ranks,
the other
you hit
crazy
level
part.
100 and you
Yeah.
prestige, and then your characters level up separately of that, and you prestige, and that like changes like your in the tombstone when you kill somebody, it shows like different things in there.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts how they got it going on. Plus, then there's the whole coin aspect of it, okay? Because they have their things, their sticker packs inside of the game where you can get like extra characters or extra abilities and things like that are within the sticker packs. But like
consumables,
yeah,
for
and
like
then there's consumables, which I'm finding out real quick. Like you need those, so you end up spending your little coins that you get from the games on these consumable things that there's little. Like for the plant side, there's little flower pots all over the place, and you can put like extra like turrets and stuff like that inside of the flower pots to help you try to win, and things like that. So
and protect points and give you drop health, and
yeah, it's kind of nuts, but I'm digging it. It took a little bit to take to get a hold of. Like when I first started playing it, I was like, what are the I'm putting all these pots and plants and stuff like that out there, and I'm like, what is going on? And then out of nowhere, I had nothing, and I didn't realize that they didn't like you just didn't get that many every match. Yeah, so you got to like go to the sticker shop and
main pack.
spend
So
a
all
bunch
the different
of coins.
packs are different things, and you'll get like accessories and just goofy ass like additions and weapon skins, and then you actually
It sounds like I may enjoy it. I would hate myself if I bought it and spent like 5 hours on it, and like you did with Fallout, and not want to play it again.
yeah, but that was Fallout. Like that, I knew like going into that game that I was probably going to do that because I do that with a lot of like single player games.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, let me try it out. I've never really done it, and then I was like, this is too slow. Like I can't. Like so far, the games I've played the most single player wise have been Need for Speed, somehow, and then
Yeah, it's a crazy game. So
Far Cry Primal lately is where I've played like I put like 4 or 5 hours in.
See, I want to see that
okay,
too.
now I want to ask you about that, okay? Because I haven't bought it yet, and I was really, when I play these single player games, especially like my first go through, I actually like to do let's plays with them, because I feel it makes me kind of like really get into it a little bit more,
Right.
And not, yeah.
You're trying to keep yourself hyped and go all PewDiePie on it and shit.
No, not quite, but PewDiePie. But no.
Do you have to buy coins? No, no, you do not. So here's the thing. We'll spin off on that. The original game, you play the game, and leveling was based off. Uh,
Stop eating.
sorry, nice. So that game I think was pretty grindy because your leveling was based on completing challenges. So like thinking Call of Duty, imagine you have all these random for each one of your specialists, you have all this, ever long list of challenges for ruin, like get 3 kills and do this. And the only way to change your like main rank was to do these challenges. So
Right.
it was
And now it's
really like
just play the
super
game and it's all
grindy.
XP.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I would fucking hate that.
Yeah, I mean there
It's
are
the only way
challenges.
to level up your character, and that's the only way to level up your character is to do
'cause-
these challenges.
See, that's
For
the thing.
now,
It's
it's all
like,
XP. But then
I
you
don't
play the
mind. I don't
game.
mind. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't mind games that are grindy, but it depends on the fucking genre of the game. I think that's why I fucking hated Destiny so much in the beginning. Although a lot of people liked it for that, is that it was just so like I got to like level 20 light, and I was like, I can't level up anymore unless I get fucking legendary gear, and I have to do these fucking raids and shit that I don't have
Raids, yeah.
time to do.
Yeah.
Like that was like my biggest gripe is like not that I never have it, but it's like, do I really want to take 2.5 hours of my time right now to play this game and then that's it?
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can't go up past that light level until you get the gear. And you're,
Yeah, and then and then do it over and over again as I level up more and more. It was just getting fucking boring, especially, and that's the whole thing is that game launched with like so little content
yeah.
that you were just doing the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I think I beat the main story of that game in like the first like 3 days I had, and I wasn't even playing it that much.
So
you know?
Wookie asked, and I didn't know.
Yeah,
if you,
so what I was getting into was the original game. You play the game, and then based on what's going on, you get coins per game. But I did see like after the fact that you could buy like 200,000 coins for like $8 or some shit.
yeah.
So, but then this new version, I don't see that yet because I was about to buy shit.
Yeah.
Because
it's,
I ain't gonna lie,
And by
I was
cheap.
like, fuck, I'm so behind in characters, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy like, I'm gonna spend like $20 or $24, and I bought coins, and I just bought the straight up character pack where it actually opens a full on character.
Right, and I know that's like the one that's like 75,000 coins.
Yeah, that's
right?
75,000 coins now. But if you open up the other like 35,000 packs, it
You
has
might
like
get like an arm
characters.
or a leg or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
and you piece together characters, whereas the phenomenal character pack or whatever it's called is it
Right.
straight up opens a character. So I was so far behind. I was like, dude, I got this. So I just bought straight up characters because you can import them from the original one to this game.
Yeah, so I mean they piece it out pretty
Yeah,
good
you-
where it's like, if you
The
want
original
just
one you could buy
consumables, it's like 1,500 points, and then if you want a character, it's 75,000. But like the different modes that you
Yeah, if
can
you play
play,
Turf
like
Wars,
when we
you
played
can
Turf War, we
get
got like
like
15 grand in
Yeah.
coins just in one match. So you can still
It's 'cause you bought all this stuff.
buy your consumables, and then you can buy your character, like 8 matches later if you wanted to.
Yeah, but except the COD points, I actually can. That would be like COD, like putting up a thing and say, "Oh, I can use this many COD points to buy a thing that will give me a weapon for sure."
Yeah, guaranteed.
This
Like
will
you're
give you a
guaranteed a
guarantee.
character.
A character if I select if I want to spend 75,000 coins that I earn in 5 or 6 or 7 games.
Yeah,
I get it. That's a better way to do it. Like if there was a thing in the COD points where it's like, oh, if you spend if you spend $8, you're guaranteed. To
you're
get at
guaranteed
least
the
one
shadow
weapon.
cross. Yeah,
Because there's like
I'd
2,500
probably-
for
I'd
the
probably do it. I'd
consumables,
probably
and
do
then
it
there's like
once.
another one that's like consumables and kind of like some accessories, and then there's just more of them that are like accessories and consumables, and
no,
like the original one had like a bling pack, so like you bought it and there's like diamonds, like shit for characters.
now
and-
considering we kind of went off into a tangent and talking about these coins
Yeah.
and stuff like that because we were asked about it, I want to bring up. I don't know if you guys saw Wookie's video today about will Black Ops 3 do a weapons store or a supply drop store where you can trade stuff, kind of like how CS:GO has skins for the knives and stuff like that.
and
You
that
know,
would
do you
make
think-
more
do
sense.
you think
with all
they'll
the
do
money
something
being
like
spent
that?
for weapons?
Because like he said, he's already gotten 3 crossbows and 2 Garands.
He could go fuck himself. That's right.
That's
Wiki.
what I'm
Fuck
saying.
you.
First off, so he's already gotten
Yeah, I've gotten
5
2
awesome
crossbows.
drops. You know, so he's gotten 3 crossbows and 2 Garands. I've gotten brass knuckles, and that's it. That's the only thing I've gotten, but I'm wrecking people with them at the same time, so that's fun. But do you think that they'll do something like that with the guns, or do you think they'll do it with skins, where it'd be like CS:GO?
Because Valve might come around and actually.
A skin is something that I could see them. A skin is something I could see them doing. I feel like they're not going to do it. But it's something I could imagine them
Guns,
doing.
I doubt it.
Because most people, yes.
Sure,
so many people are spending money to get these fucking weapons, and they're making so much money off of it because of it.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't want to black market this thing where they actually have a black market, and then people are eBaying guns and stuff, you know?
Right. They don't want that because people would be willing to spend a few dollars just to get it.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot less than the chances of them actually getting it. Because my guess is the chance of getting those weapons are well under a 1% chance.
Oh yeah, by far.
That's my guess. They're probably like a 10th or a 5th of a percent chance.
Because you have to sit there and go, okay, weapons, taunts, so weapons, gestures,
duplicates.
You're not only that, your duplicates, but each one of the 3 is the same, has the same possibility. I mean, you could in theory get 3 Garands in one roll, right. Because each slot that it gives you is considered the same. So you could get the same thing in all 3 slots. I don't think it's ever happened, but it could, because that's how they've got their system working right now. But you figure you've got cards, emblems, dumb shit to use when making your cards and emblems, stuff like that drop. All this crap. There's got to be at least 500 different things out there. So if you've got
I think there's well over 500 things,
yeah.
Because there's something like for each character has something like I think like 20 taunts or something like that. Yeah. Not more than that. No, it's more than that. Well, because it's way more than that because each one has I think 10 in each category.
Yeah, and not all of them are filled yet. They haven't dropped all of them yet.
Right.
That's the thing. They're adding them in slowly. Yeah. Just like they've been doing with skins. They're adding what is it, the frog suit for the one dude that they've got out there?
Nomad.
For Nomad. So there's the frog suit. They just put that in there. Supposedly the frog suit's coming for everybody. They just haven't designed it, but they got it done for Ruin, so they dropped it right away.
I haven't even seen that. The one that I've gotten a lot lately.
I got the
Geist.
frog. Yeah, I got
Geist.
Yeah. Camos. I got that a lot. Like the first day.
Oh, that was like a takeoff of the one in Advanced Warfare.
And that got put out for just a couple characters at first, and then they released it for everybody. So they're slowly working things out. It's making its way out there, but I think it'd be crazy if they actually did something like that, where if they did a swappable, store per se for money or whatever it is. I'm not sure I would like that, because that's kind of one of the reasons why I've stayed away from CS:GO. At least it's just skins, but I don't want to get sucked into this whole there's a really cool, awesome skin that I want. And then I find out it's like $300, and I'm gonna be like, "Screw that! Nope, no game is worth that."
No, and also I don't think you should be able to just name your price on certain things.
No, it's a market. The market is what's
I know.
I
get that.
I've seen things out there where
they're like 10 grand.
Yes, and those are set by the actual developer. It seems like there's been developer made skins. It's super rare, and they're like, yeah, there's only one of these. That's all you're ever going to see.
Who in their fucking right mind would do that? Who has disposable income like that, though?
Idiots.
Surprised, bro.
Idiots.
Like a lot of that stuff in CS:GO, there's skin betting on pro games and regular betting, and people bet skins on games and.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. People are watching competitive games and betting skins on it. Instead of betting cash, they're betting their stupid weapon skins on it.
But that I can understand. That I can understand more though, because nothing's coming out of your wallet. Yeah. That doesn't bother me.
But someone will go and turn around after betting those skins and winning a bunch of them and sell them.
Yeah, they can sell that for actual money that will go.
It's crazy that someone. I don't know. To spend CS:GO is what, $20?
Something like that. And Wookie just said CSGO only releases a certain amount of each skin.
They are such. You know what? They are
Because
cocksuckers
their
too.
community develops skins.
Because it's not like, it's not like, with Call of Duty where, like, you've got Royal for every fucking gun, even though you don't want it. That's the one that shows up all the time.
And then there's, like, Worn and Factory New and this and that. And then you have Stat Tracks, Factory New, and all kinds of shit.
All right. Fuck this CSGO bullshit talk. Let's talk Battlefield 5.
All right.
Okay. So the rumor came out that it is going to be World War I based.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
I'm all for that. Because Battlefield's already a slower paced game. And I think that's cool.
But you know what? Here's the thing, and I don't really see it being a good idea. World War I opposed to World War II. World War I, there's like no automatic weapons.
Right, I know.
And people are gonna have issues with that.
Oh, they are. This is definitely not an MLG game.
A game that takes place.
How is there even that many games?
I don't know what year.
Weapon variety, and
But that's the whole thing. The weapon variety really won't be that crazy.
No, and it makes me wonder if they're scaling it back on purpose, because they might sit here thinking, you know what, we've pushed this game to the edge already with customization and what we can do with it. Is it time for us to scale back for once? Instead of pushing everything forward, maybe we need to take a step back and have the crispiest game we can have while it's being played. Instead of worrying about, well, now all these engines have to go and render out different reticles and different guns and, skins and all this kind of crap and different attachments. Everybody has, it's going to be like 6 different guns, 4 different sidearms, a couple launchers, a tank, a jet, and you're done. And even then, the planes are going to be prop driven if you're flying a plane.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really see them doing that. I don't think that's actually going to happen. And again, like, I don't know what year it would take place, but if it starts at the beginning of the war, that's before 1920. I can't see them doing a game like that. I just can't. I mean, I understand Far Cry just did like Far Cry Primal kind of thing where they're really scaling back when it comes to weapons and stuff. But that's a different kind of game. For a game like this, I mean, it would be fucking trench warfare. Like I don't see how that's gonna work. And
but it's a possibility.
World War I, Tommy gun didn't come out until 1920s, I believe. Yes, I think it was like 1927 or something like that. Yeah. Maybe it came around Prohibition time, actually.
Exactly.
Thompson.
Down in Chicago.
Yeah, so
just south of me.
Yeah.
Highly used.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, unless they use
Mr. Capone.
Somewhere around Valentine's Day, I believe.
Republic had for weaponry at that time.
But
I get away with. There's like
I'd be okay with a game.
Well, I believe one of the first
machine guns.
One of the first fully automatic assault rifles was the Sterngewehr, which is a German.
Wookie says they're all bolt action rifles at that point. So I mean,
yeah, pretty much. I don't even think the M1 Garand was there yet, and that was like the first semi-auto rifle. That was like
that was the awesome.
That won the war. It won the war. Like it was that amazing. What? I don't have to expel every round.
Exactly. I think it'd be interesting. Yeah, and it seems to be that the guys at Battlefield want to do different stuff. That DICE and EA kind of want to test the waters when it comes to Battlefield. I mean, because they put Hardline out, and they wanted to do something different. So it seems to be. Yes, I know Chubby. He's a Brooklyn boy, but he whoops some ass down in Chicago. But
I'm a Brooklyn boy. So is Chubby though. I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
They did Hardline, and that's the whole cops and robbers thing. So they seem to kind of want to do different stuff. They want to test the waters and see what they can get away with, I think. And there's still people playing Hardline. So it's
like
it's
7.
Yeah, like 7. But hey,
that's
still more than people are playing Ghosts, I guess.
That's true.
Or Advanced Warfare, which, by the way, didn't they just release like new weapons in Advanced Warfare? Like last week, they put in a Garand in Warfare and like a really awesome AK-47 or some shit like that.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but they just put a Garand inside of Advanced Warfare as well. Like they're trying to cash in on the whole fact that they're like, hey, you know, you might not be able to get it over here, but maybe you can get it on your Advanced Warfare stuff. So,
speaking of like World War games, did you guys have a chance to look at the Battalion 1944
I didn't.
like quick starter game?
I didn't. I was at work, and that's one thing that I couldn't. YouTube was acting stupid while I was there today. Like every time I tried to go there, pull up a video in even 720p, and the whole thing would like freeze on me. So our network was kind of screwed today. But I'd be down. I'm down for anything World War II. Like that's where I cut my teeth with shooters and stuff like that. I want to see a return to World War II.
And that's what this is. The Battalion. It's a Kickstarter.
I really like World War II games. It's the first time. It's the first time in a long time where weaponry was really, really like advancing at a rapid rate.
Yeah. And
that's why they still translate well into shooter video games, because there's enough stuff there, more than enough stuff to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't see a World War I game being very fun. I don't. You know, I just don't see it.
We don't know that there's that many weapons out there that we don't know about or something.
Yeah, there's.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself like a historian on World War
That would be like,
arms,
let's play a like, Vietnam game. I'm like, well, there's only like so many weapons.
From my knowledge, it's gonna be bolt action rifles, some shotguns.
Yeah, your sidearms are mostly
like
just
the trench
revolvers.
gun, like a trench shotgun. Like, you know, pump action was a big thing in World War I. You know, that's how they would clear out the trenches with things like that.
Big ass machine guns.
But no, there were no automatic weapons. They didn't exist. The technology wasn't there. There weren't even semi-automatic weapons. Everything had to be expelled.
I don't think they even had crank style yet at that point. I don't think that was even around.
Oh, well, like on the planes?
Like a crank style chain gun kind of thing where they had to crank it and go. I don't even think that was out yet. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to sound pretentious and say,
because man, it would suck to have to sit there and like, you know, sit out there with your musket and reload your musket that takes 2 minutes to put everything in while you're packing everything down.
I'm not talking about Revolutionary War.
I know. I'm just saying, some guy run out there with something that you gotta like load up like that.
Civil War.
Call of Duty Civil War. Yeah, because that worked so well for Assassin's Creed when you're running around with that stuff. You know, that worked great. So we do actually have some COD stuff to talk about. Clubby put it in there. There's this whole big like the picture of the magazine article saying Call of Duty Ghosts 2.
I saw that.
Right?
Yeah, well, I saw Clubby post it. Yeah.
So that was like the big thing, and it's been the big thing over like the last couple of days. The funny part is from what I remember, and you guys might kill me for saying the name, Biblical Reaper put up that photo at the beginning of the month. I know. He put it up at the beginning of the month because someone sent it over to him, and I've been seeing that photo since the beginning of February.
Right.
You know, so it's nothing new. It's all rumored because it's what people aren't doing is they're not putting it into context. I guess the whole thing was, you know, games that people want to see for the year, not games that are coming out for the year.
Right.
Who wants to see Ghosts though?
I know, and that's the thing. People are just assuming. I wouldn't mind it. I actually kind of
so dead.
Ghost was good in the later. hang on. With the later map packs, the smaller the map, the better the game was. You have to give it that.
You know, I can't even comment on that because I hated the game so much. I stopped playing it by either late December or early January, and I said I'm not giving this game another cent.
I stopped somewhere, and
I stuck to my guns on that.
The map pack that I stopped on, I don't even remember which one it was, but like I think it was when they put out Dome for the third time. You know, as whatever the alien
excavation match,
the alien excavation one. When they put that out for the third time, basically, I was like, nope, I'm done. You guys are giving me the same map twice in one thing. I'm fucking done with that because that was bullshit.
Yeah.
So you know, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't think it's going to be Ghosts. I don't think it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. I don't think it's going to be either of them because when they did their press release, there was no mention of Ghosts at all. Like when they said it's Infinity Ward, makers of the Modern Warfare series, Ghosts was not mentioned. Like
Because they know that game sucked.
Yeah.
And that story sucked too. That campaign was so fucking boring.
They-
I remember somebody saying the campaign. He's like, "Say you want about the multiplayer. The campaign was amazing." I was like, "Did we play the same fucking game?" Like, That's how I felt. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. But like,
Right.
sometimes
Everybody loved World at War, and I actually hated. I didn't even reach level 55. I hated that game so much.
I loved World at War. Most people do not.
I went back to Call of Duty 4 with a
Honestly,
quickness.
I think some of the people in your circle really like it, but majority of people that I knew that were like big COD 4 people did not like.
Yeah, they hated it. But
They
I
hated it.
started off with COD 1, so I loved World at War because to me it was just more, it was more COD 1 and COD 2 basically rolled up because COD 3 sucked.
Yeah, but the only problem is the weapon balancing was terrible, and everybody
It was
using,
horrible.
Like, the same class setups. That's why I stopped playing. Honestly.
And if somebody got a tank, you're fucked.
If I wanted to use one gun
I mean,
all day.
you had to. There was a meta in that game, but yeah, some of the things were. The MP40 was just.
Yeah, MP40 jug class for days.
MP40 or there were so many different OP class you can make that.
Yeah.
But stopping power was like a Shiva in close range.
Oh,
You had to be really close, but it did have the ability to one shot. I mean, look, people say it was like the most like OP gun ever. It's not that the gun was OP in the sense that it was really easy to use. It was that a lot of the other guns were very difficult to use in that game. So that's what it was. It wasn't that the MP40 is that OP of a gun in the whole scheme of Call of Duty. Because if you put that gun in other games, the same exact gun, it would get wrecked by a lot of other guns. Because it was very bouncy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people remember. It was extremely bouncy.
Yeah.
If you were in a gunfight at like a little bit past medium range, you could not full auto. You would actually lose that gunfight to any of the semi-auto rifles. Although it was a monster with like steady aim and like close to mid range, but it did have some bounce to it. But there are guns that are way more OP in my mind. If you made like a giant Call of Duty Online and had all the guns from every game in there are guns that would beat the shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be. I mean, they do have something like that for like I think it's in like China because they don't know how to have Call of Duty there. And it's called Call of Duty Online, where they.
Yeah, I was gonna try to do the install, but you got to do everything. You got to set up like a China VPN and.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit you gotta do.
It shows you like what to click. I've seen like people playing it and they're like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, I mean,
it's the best of from every game.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But you've been playing on Chinese servers, and it's go have fun playing on 400 ping.
But that could be some of the best team chat you'll ever hear.
But
it's like the whole game is in Chinese and shit, so you have to like guess.
But if
you make
if
your
they
loadout,
made,
you don't
if
even
they made
know.
a game like that here, and all the guns still had the same statistics they did in those games, you would see like the Modern Warfare 3 like ACR, it fucks everything up. And people to say that that goes not OP. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. That thing was like a 4-shot or a 3-shot at every range with a relatively fast fire rate. It had no recoil.
Which one?
The ACR from Modern Warfare 3.
Oh my god, the thing's a beast.
The Modern Warfare 2 ACR was pretty OP too, but not as OP because its damage was lower. But it still got a pretty decent fire rate and no recoil. I remember just like full autoing people across the maps and melting them.
Between that and the Modern Warfare 2 Akimbo 1887s.
But pre-patch?
Before the pre-patch where you could snipe dudes across the map.
Dude, I remember that was it was so cheap, but that was some of the most
with
fun.
1887s, yeah.
That was fuck Terminal. I had Skid Row.
Yeah.
Skid Row at Model 18s. Oh my god! I remember just running, and your animation always looked like when you were running as your character, like he would just throw his arms up. He looked like a goose running.
Yep.
And so he's reminded me of.
There was that, or when you're running and they're both going up and down, you kind of look like Terminator, like from T2 when he had the blade arms too. So
that was the whole point. That's why they had him flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I kind of miss the 1887s, at least the Akimbo 1887s. Shotguns as a secondary, I miss.
I don't know.
Like, I always kind of dug it.
I think that was a mistake.
You know, I kind of dug it. The fact that you can't do that, you know, and have a secondary shotgun, I kind of miss that. Just,
you know what? If the shotguns weren't that good, then I'd say
yeah.
okay. Like if they were Black Ops 1 shotguns as your secondaries, not the worst things, because you had to be really good with like all those guns to do well. I mean, the SPAS 12 was decent in Black Ops 1, but what else? The Stakeout and oh god, what was the double barrel fucking called? Oh, I can't remember.
I can't even remember. It's funny, we're talking about this whole like possible Call of Duty Ghost 2 shit. Like I'm seeing everyone is in it for these subs and views right now. That's all I see is everybody putting up a video about that fucking magazine article. Like I've seen numerous people, and the latest one I've seen now is from JD. JD put one up today.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
Jesus
JD,
Christ.
come on, bro.
Come on. Isn't it Monday? Didn't Raw just start? Fucking get on that. Start talking about that instead. Yeah. Fucking A. Pissed off now. Like, do your homework. Stop this whole speculation bullshit. They're gonna drop a trailer in a month anyways. You know they are.
See, here's the thing. Like Infinity Ward, like I never expect anything from them anymore, and
no,
I know
can't.
a lot of I'm gonna say the majority of the community, that's their favorite developer still, because they make the easiest games to play.
Well,
always. And another thing is like a lot of people that I know that complain about hit detection in certain games, I've also noticed a lot of them aren't the most accurate of players, and in Treyarch games, the bullet damage is generally lower, so you have to be on target longer.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you have 18% accuracy, yeah, Treyarch games would be much more difficult for you to do well in than an Infinity Ward game.
It's like I just put 3 bullets in him. Well, like yeah, one was in his dick, the other was in his knee, and the other one hit his fucking big toe. Fucking aim up a little bit.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like look, I think Black Ops 2 played. When people talk about connections, look, I honestly don't see a gigantic difference in any of the connections since Modern Warfare 3.
No, me either.
I think they all play like shit. Even Ghost. When people tell me that Ghost had amazing hit detection, I'm like, I want to go sit on your house and play the game at your house, because that game did not have flawless hit detection for me. Not even close. Not even close. I did very well in that game, and when I was playing that game on 360, I held a 4 KD in that game, okay? And Pico always used to be like, how do you hate this game? You have a 4 KD? And I was like, I hate this fucking game. I fucking hate this game. And then I started playing it on Xbox One when I upgraded, and I would just, run around doing goofy videos like my Honey Badger video.
Right.
I remember the fucking Honey Badger video. So my KD took a monster hit in that game, and I think it still finished up at like a 375. Me doing stupid shit all the time. And that game did not have great hit detection. Modern Warfare 3 was fucking awful for the first like 4 months of that game.
That was awful for the entire life cycle for me.
See, eventually they put out certain patches. And
they would like fix others and break other people, and
that was always the thing. Eventually, at the end of the life cycle of that game, I'm gonna say maybe 5 or 6 months in, game was playing so well to me. I finished up having like 200 Moabs in that game, which is pretty decent, I think. I'm sure that people had way more.
I still can't get those in that game. Like I've gotten out of all the games, I think it was Modern Warfare 2. I got a nuke. And it didn't register.
A nuke?
A nuke. I got one. That's the only time I've ever gotten a game-ending thing like that. I never got any Moabs. I got a nuke in Modern Warfare 2, and it didn't register in my stats because I did it in hardcore TDM. In Modern Warfare 2, it was only keeping track of them in core modes. That's the only way it was keeping track of them. So, like, it was the final kill of a...
Olympia, that's right, Wookie. Olympia was that shotgun,
sorry. And I did it on high rise. So, like, I was just sniping dudes like crazy as they're coming out of the spawn. Like, I hid behind the copying machine, and I had the...
so you played the same way then as you did that?
Right, yeah. So I was just hiding behind the copy machine, and they were feeding me kills. So I'm sitting there with the UMP-45 with a fucking... with one of the, I don't even remember which, with the ACOG scope. So if you had a UMP-45 with an ACOG, it was a sniper rifle.
Okay.
Like, you could just pick people off in one shot in the head in hardcore mode. So as they'd come around the back corner, every time from back by the elevators there, and they'd swing around, and I'd just peg them off every time. It was stupid. So finally I'm like, guys, I'm almost going to get a nuke. Don't fucking kill anybody. And they're like, what? I was like, it's hardcore mode. Don't kill anybody. So they're trying not to kill anybody, and I finally get my nuke, and I set the thing off, and it was like the final kill. I didn't even need to kill all the guys on the map with it to finish it.
But what do you mean it didn't register, though?
So it
to get the emblem?
To get the emblem, yeah.
But
so
to get the emblem, it wasn't for one. That was the thing. You had to do multiple ones to get the emblems.
Yeah, see, that's stupid.
That's what it was.
That's
it's not that
stupid.
it register. You had to get multiple ones.
It just didn't show up my
I think you
stats
three.
either.
3 to get the emblem and like 10 to get the calling card.
Bastards.
It's funny because I used to be disappointed in Modern Warfare 2 if I didn't get double nukes. That's like...
What the fuck?
Wookie said I'm the asshole that he picks that dumbass gun up from all the time. It's probably.
Oh, and I don't know if you guys remember, the ACOG in Modern Warfare 2, I think is the worst ACOG site. I mean, ACOGs suck. But the Modern Warfare 2 one looked so stupid, and it had crazy idle sway. Like, insane idle sway. So it was like, it didn't even make sense to use it, even if you wanted to get long-range shots, because you'd have to wait for and you couldn't focus that shot. It always had the idle sway. You couldn't, like, hold your breath with it,
but
unless it was a sniper rifle.
For some reason, with the ump, it was awesome. Like, you could just...
In hardcore.
Well, even in core, you could take dudes out across the map with it.
But you could take dudes across the map with a suppressor because it did nothing to it. The UMP was a 3-shot kill at all ranges. Unless you had stopping power, it could be a 2-shot kill. Yeah. It was one of the most OP weapons ever in a Call of Duty game.
Yes, it was.
You could outgun assault rifles from across the map. The only difference is that with that gun, where it would lose to ARs at distances that SMGs don't have as much sticky aim, like aim assist at distance.
Right.
ARs have more, which makes sense, and snipers have the most. That's how they work those things, and pistols have the least. That's another way they try to balance out those things. And like when people say certain things are OP, people say I'm going off on a fucking tangent here, but but no, UMP was OP as fuck. Like I remember certain games where I would see a sniper like all the way on the other side of the map and be like, okay, go pop pop pop,
and they're gone.
With the silencer and no stopping power.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was stronger without stopping power. It's so weird.
Yeah, the only thing that stopping power did for the UMP was it gave you a 2-shot kill in close range. That's all it did. I mean, really close runs, like barrel stuffing range. So otherwise, it was useless. It was like the best SMG because stopping power almost didn't affect it. Yep. Only affected it at close ranges, like extremely close ranges, like knife range, pretty much. So, like I said, the suppressor didn't affect the range, and you could run whatever perk you wanted at perk 2 because you didn't have to do stopping power. So it was like that was like the cold-blooded SMG to run. And that's all you saw in Search and Destroy. All you saw in Search and Destroy were fucking interventions and UMPs. Yep. Who was playing?
God, I forgot about the intervention. That was a great gun.
All you saw. All you fucking saw.
We got a little bit of quick news, too, to do here at the end, because we got about 15 minutes left. So, for those that are on Xbox One and PC, you finally get the Awakening DLC. That drops for you guys on Thursday. So, you guys are going to have that available to you. Hopefully, you don't have to put up with all the same headaches that all the PS4 users put up with the first, 2 weeks that we had that thing, because there were multiple patches that we had to deal with. And, so hopefully you're not going to see a whole lot of crap with Splash. That was probably the worst of the 4 maps that went out there with the glitching outside of the map and stuff like that. People were hovering up over the bee spawn in the middle of the map.
Splash sucks.
I like it. It's good for TDM. I'm okay with it there, but other than that, it kind of sucks.
It sucks.
So you guys are gonna get that, and I really hope it's not as broken for the Xbox players and the PC players as it was for us, because it was unplayable for the first week. It was unplayable, and then the second week after they dropped the second 9 gig patch, things got a little bit better, but it still seems laggy. So some of the lag that you guys are talking about that you're seeing, the rubber banding and stuff like that, I finally have started to see over the last 2 weeks.
See? Not crazy.
Yeah, so you're not crazy. I've finally started to see it, and holy crap, it was bad for me this past weekend, actually. Outside of the hour stream that I did, that's not my doorbell.
That's me. Hang on.
That's Dansby. So yeah, outside of the hour stream that I did with you, Clubby, the other matches that I was in, I was having a hard time getting a gameplay where I wasn't rubber banding back and forth. So I don't know what the deal was with that. I don't know if it's the usual, hey, it's double XP, therefore it sucks, kind of stuff. But
I didn't even bother
bad.
to get on this weekend.
Yeah, I got on for 90 minutes total during double XP weekend because I wanted to avoid the crap that happens with connection.
Yep.
Other thing going on, it's the beginning of a month again, so we've got new free games coming out for PS4 and for the Xbox.
Ew.
So
free games.
PS4, the free ones are some game called Gallic Z, which I have no idea what that is. So that one's free, and then Broforce is actually going to be out for free. Which, if you haven't played Broforce, it's stupid fun. Like it's a time killer, but it's dumb fun. And then Xbox. For Xbox One, it's 2 games I've never even heard of before. Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment, and then Lords of the Fallen. So like these seem like 2 indie titles that they're giving away on Xbox One. But the 360 games, which are all backwards compatible to the Xbox One now, Supreme Commander 2 and the original Borderlands, they're giving out for free this month. So I'm going to be picking up the original Borderlands and playing through that again, because even before they started doing the backwards compatibility stuff, they came out and said, hey, we're playing the original Borderlands on our test dev boxes and stuff like that, and it looks and plays better than it did on the 360 on the Xbox One. So I'm actually really excited for that. I don't know if it has to do with just the way they set up the engine or whatnot, but everything that I've been reading says the original Borderlands looks and plays better on the Xbox One than it did on the 360.
I thought I was pretty sure that they had said that all the backwards compatibility games are going to look exactly the same, though.
Yeah, well, they said it just seems to, because of the 60 frames per second and stuff like that, that the graphic...
But I thought everything was going to be exactly the same.
That's what I thought, too, but they said it looks and, it feels and looks better.
I think someone's been smoking some crack.
I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played the original Borderlands in a while. I loved Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, and I played through all the DLC for that stuff. Like, it was a solid, 3 months of my life where I did nothing but play Borderlands 2.
That was a game that I felt I should have fucking loved, and I could not get into it.
Couldn't get into it?
I couldn't get it. I tried so hard. I would play with Thunder. He would drag me into play, and then one of my friends, Philly Boy, he dragged me into play. Man, I would try. I tried because those 2 guys love the game. I tried playing it, and I really wanted to like it, and it was just... I couldn't do it. A lot of the same reasons why, like, Destiny, PvE, I didn't love either. A lot of the same it actually kind of had a similar feel to me.
So for Destiny and Borderlands are kind of the same mold.
Yeah.
Really. But when I'm sitting here playing Borderlands, that was a game I could play solo just fine. I'll go out and play solo and just do the quests and have fun and do that kind of stuff. What got me was when I would play with friends on Borderlands, and I only get so many hours a night to play video games. And especially back then, I had my kids with me, because 7 years ago, if you can believe it, is when the original Borderlands came out.
Really? I was that
7 years ago. So when that came out, I still had both my kids living with me half time. It was before they moved out to the other side of the state, so I had both my kids living with me at the time. I got to pay attention to them. There's not a lot of gaming going on there. I wasn't staying up till 2 in the morning playing video games and stuff like that. I would go to bed at a decent time because I had to drive up to Milwaukee for work from Racine, which was an hour drive. So, I had a lot of drive time going on there. So I'd only get to play for an hour. Everybody else, they're sitting there, they're playing 3 hours a night, so they're leveling way beyond me. They're already doing all the other quests. So by the time I get in there, they've already done all the quests that I need to do. So it would just pull me into their quest lines, and I'd be doing stuff, or it'd be you're not going to get any experience for that quest because you haven't done the prerequisite quests going up to that one. You can still tag along and kill people. So that's kind of what killed it for me playing in a group.
Okay.
But single player, I could play it all day. That was great. I could do that over and over and over. Because you've got 4 different characters, you can sit there and play that. And then once you're done playing as that character, they make it so you go through and you play it again and it's harder. So all the enemies are harder. They changed the level cap on it, and they make everything even harder as you play through. So kind of excited for it. I don't know. I thought about doing a Let's Play of it, but it's like, it's a 7-year-old game. Do I really want to do a Let's Play of a 7-year-old game? You know, would it make sense?
What I can tell you with that is that one of my most successful Let's Plays was of an older game at the time. One of my most successful Let's Plays was my Fallout 3, and that game was like 6 years old at the time when I started it.
It makes me wonder if like going out and doing something like that, because you know there could be something like now with the games for gold. You know, hey, there's a resurgence in interest in it because it's out there. You know, a newer video is gonna might get a little bit more of a bump because it's a newer video compared to one that's old. And if you hit your search terms right, they might not have titled things like that. You know, 7 years ago on YouTube. You know, really, the original Borderlands. Was YouTube really even doing anything 7 years ago? You know, people recording that.
I don't really think. I mean, I remember Thunder used to do some Borderlands stuff, but
yeah, you know, the Borderlands 2.
Big.
Borderlands 2 was big. People picked up on that big time. That was.
I could think of one guy that I knew that blew up on. He was a Call of Duty guy, and he blew up on. He was a friend of mine on 360. He blew up with Borderlands and Borderlands 2, showing like his armory and shit.
Yeah.
And his name was rleeson85. And he actually is I haven't watched his videos in a very long time. And I didn't even realize I was still subbed to him because he never pops in my sub box. And he popped in my sub box, and he had like 8,000 subs when we used to be like really friendly. And now he has like 100,000. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can find the right games to do it, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, honestly, I feel bad for anybody starting a channel now. Like, if you're coming in and you think you're going to get big on Call of Duty, you are in the wrong business.
I'm not going to say that you can't, but you can't do it just by doing
you can't
regular commentaries. You have to do something that no one's done.
You can't come out and be Thunder and expect to make it big. Thunder is set.
Thunder, yes, there's not going to be a channel like him.
No.
You can't. You could honestly be just as good as him right now, and it wouldn't matter.
You get like 5 views if you're lucky. You know?
Look. A lot, like I post on that TSG a lot, and I get lots of comments in there. That's what I get a lot.
You get comments.
Are you Thunder's younger brother? That's what I get a lot. Say shit like that. It's like, yeah, how about you get all your friends to come talk to me then? You know, like, but.
Say yes, I am.
Someone else already does it. Somebody does something well already, and you're doing something similar. What's their incentive to run over to you if somebody that's doing something similar and has been doing it well for a very long time? You know, there's not that much of an incentive. It's like Megadeth is a really, really good band, but they're never going to be close to Metallica when it comes to sales or anything like that ever.
Shut your mouth. I like Megadeth.
So do I.
So do I.
I love Megadeth.
Yeah,
but
they're
never going to compete with them. They just can't.
Yep.
Not even talking about on a talent level.
Right.
You know?
Oh, talent level, different, completely different.
You know, so not even talking about that. It's just one of those things that it's like if somebody's doing something that's really good and they've been doing it longer than you, or been not necessarily longer, but have been in the limelight longer. You know, if you're gonna do that, you have to be better.
I'm reading Wookie's comments. He says like hell he can't make it. He's like, have you met me? I mean, look, I can say yes, I have. Yes, I have.
It's all well and good to have dreams.
Yeah, like, hey, look,
in come Clubby and Dansby to crush all dreams.
I've been at my channel now for 3
years. An in with Call of Duty really is zombies.
Yeah, you gotta do zombies now. That's the thing.
But not only do you have to do zombies, you have to be the one that finds out how to do all the Easter eggs and do all that shit and get that. You have to do it. And the truth of the matter is that if you're not like a college kid that has like some really spare time to do this shit, or a high school kid to really go in to find these things out,
you need time. You need to.
It's not going to happen. You need time because the whole thing. This is like a job too. You need to actually put effort into it.
Yeah.
To find these things out, and people can say whatever they want. Oh, that's not real work or whatever. But
you just sit here and be like, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop.
And I wish that was the case. Like I wish I could do that. You know.
Well, that's how the old look. Here's the thing. I like Blame Truth's commentaries. You know, I still like his commentaries. I think this is still pretty good. But he doesn't get many views anymore because he's still pretty much doing. I mean, he's a much better commentator than he was when he first started.
Oh yeah.
But if you go watch his old videos, man, they are fucking awful. And it's not even a knock on him. No one was doing it. He's like the original guy to do it. And he got much better. But, he doesn't do anything crazy in his videos.
No.
And
some guys like that are just fine. I mean, like I look at Thunder. Thunder doesn't do anything real crazy.
No.
He's just Thunder.
He's very entertaining.
He's entertaining when you listen to him. Which
he's able to coin catchphrases and stuff like that. And he does them really fast. And he's really good with them.
Yeah. And to date, I still got to give it to the guy. For a guy to be able to play a 4-year-old game that he hated when it came out and say that he loves it and it's the best Call of Duty of all time and people don't call him out on that shit cracks me up.
Well, no, his favorite's actually Black Ops 1, not Black Ops 2.
But he will come out and say that the best... He has said recently, this is a great game. He'll be out and playing Black Ops 2 and say, this is a great fucking game. And I remember when Black Ops 2 was out, he's like, I hate this fucking game. I hate the snipers, I hate the shotguns, and I hate all those target finder motherfuckers. Which
he still hates all that.
Which is like 3/4 of the game right there. So it's like, you hate most of the game. But he goes back and plays it every year. Like, he's like, I am done right now with the latest Call of Duty.
Because that's probably the most tolerable game he could play.
Yeah, and it's like, this is the whole thing. It's like the Call of Duty of the year comes out, and by December he's done with it, and he's back on Call of Duty, or on Black Ops 2. And I laugh every time it happens, because it's like, along with the normal Call of Duty cycle of everything that goes on, which is, here's the trailer, or here's the teaser, here's the multiplayer trailer, here's the single-player trailer, here's the live-action trailer now with, celebrities and shit like that. Along with that, there's also, Fist thinks this is going to be the best Call of Duty ever. 3 months later, this is the worst fucking Call of Duty ever. Along with it is Thunder going, this is the worst Call of Duty ever. I'm going back to Black Ops 2. That's the cycle now.
But you know what? He's stuck with Black Ops 3. He is stuck on Black Ops 3. He said that it's not his favorite Call of Duty, but it's a solid title. I'm gonna have to.
It's better than the last two.
I have a similar outlook.
It's better than the last two.
Oh yeah, way better.
And I still think it's better than Modern Warfare 3, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. But I think it's better than MW3. But I can't put it above Modern Warfare 2, because I loved Modern Warfare 2. I loved playing it, and I probably put the most time into that game.
I did put the most time into that game,
and it might be for me just because of the people I was playing with.
Oh no! I'm gonna say I had a very similar experience, and Modern Warfare 2 was groundbreaking in the Call of Duty world in lots of ways.
Yeah.
But like what I can say about Modern Warfare 2 is okay, I had like 37 days played on that game. 37 days. That's more than all the other Call of Duty. Bro. I was an undergrad student. Leave me alone.
So how the fuck did you get school done?
If you're in school for 14 hours a week, you have plenty of downtime. Working a part-time job nothing happened when I was there. You leave and it's done. But yeah, I played a lot. Didn't have a girlfriend at the time, or for a long time, so it's like I had a lot of free time. But yeah, that game. What I can say about it is that probably the most fun I ever had in a Call of Duty game. But it was also the most frustrating at times too, because that game was unplayable for months at a time.
Oh yeah, we talked about that already, about how you could go
and that's
through
the whole
and you
thing.
had the different glitches and shit.
There's a lot of nostalgia with that game, and I think the first few months of that game was the best online gaming experience I've ever had, and I don't think I'm ever gonna have that again.
Yeah.
That November to that January was fantastic. The first Prestige I played in that game, amazing. Like I fucking loved that game. The game was amazing. But do you remember the care package glitch?
Oh yeah.
That it took them like 7 weeks to patch?
Yeah. The Javelin glitch that took another month.
Javelin glitch was awful.
No, that's not a problem at all.
Right. So that all those things that made that game unplayable for weeks and months at a time is why I can't hold it high, although I can say that short period of time, that 6 to 8 weeks, was the best Call of Duty experience I did have. Although that is the case, I have to look at it as a whole, and as a whole, I can't say that it's better than Black Ops 3 because there's just so many holes in it. Like honestly, if I had to like rate the games in order, I'd probably go Black Ops 1, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 2, World at War.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably go Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 2, and then whatever the rest of the crap
The
that's
crap
thrown in
after
there.
that.
Yeah, that's probably the way I'd go though.
Yeah, I'd have to revisit my top 10. I just put out a top 10 like before Black Ops 3 came out, and just revisit and see where I would put Black Ops 3 now in that list. But we're actually up on our hour.
Yeah, we are.
We've hit an hour, so let's wrap this thing up.
right.
It's been great for those that have been on here. For those of you who are watching afterwards, thank you for stopping in and watching the podcast with Dansby and Clubby W. And tune in next week with all of us at 6:30 p.m. Central once again, where we find out, did we make Dansby cave and buy Plants vs. Zombies or not? So tune in next time. We'll see you guys. I'm Rusty. I'm out. Dansby and Clubby, later.
Bye.
See you guys later. Bye.
And the stream is done.